Ryan here. So I got in my new substrate for the Discus tank. You can see that down there on the floor. It's white sand, and I've got it in my shower here with a bucket, and I'm about to rinse off the sand and start going through the process of changing out the substrate. I'm by myself today, so I don't have anyone to help me film. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film every single step, but I'm going to get as much of it as I can for you guys. First thing I'm going to do is open these bags, pour them in the bucket, and then I'll come back and show you guys that. Alright guys, I got my sand in the bucket now. This is 9 kilograms of sand, which is just under 20 pounds I believe. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. I kind of feel like I should have got more, but I'm going for a very thin coating on the bottom of the tank, just enough to cover up the glass as little as possible. So what I'm going to do next is rinse it off. I've got it under the shower head, so I'm going to flip on the shower here, get some water going into the bucket. Sorry for the filming there. So I'm just going to fill this with water, and then I'm going to use that squeegee right there, the handle of it, like a big spoon, and just stir this up as it overflows into the shower until the water runs clear. It's kind of a waste of water, but I need to be sure that the sand is clean. I don't want to be dealing with cloudy water in my tank forever. Alright, I'm going to pause the camera for now, and when the bucket fills up, I'll come back and show you guys that. Alright guys, you can see the water's real cloudy. The black stuff, it turned out to be a terrible idea to use the squeegee. When I flipped it upside down, apparently there's some kind of gunk inside the tube of the handle because it started dripping black water out, so that's kind of gross. But I gotta find something else to stir this up with, and I'm just gonna stir it around and around until the water's really cloudy, dump some of it out, fill it back up, and keep doing that over and over until the water runs clear. Alright, I rinsed it and dumped it once and filling it back up now. It's still pretty cloudy. This is going to take several times. I don't want to show you guys each iteration. I just want to point out that it's not going to be done in one go. You already want to rinse it until it's absolutely clean. So I'm going to be at this for a while, I think. I'm going to just pause the camera, and then I'll come back once the sand is completely clean. And this, folks, is why you want to make sure you're rinsing your substrate before you put it in the tank. I just pulled this out of there. Some random shell. It's actually kind of cool looking, but I don't want it in my Discus tank. I think I'm going to throw it in with my my guppies. Starting to get slightly more clear water. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this shell I found. Anyway, back to work. Alright guys, looks like we're almost there. I think I've rinsed it 4 or 5 times now. Whew, feeling a little worn out. It's pretty hot in here. Been down there on my hands and knees, mixing it with my hand because the sand is very thick in the bottom of the bucket, very deep. And I wanted to make sure even the bottom parts got rinsed. But you can see the water's much clearer now. It doesn't look like milk anymore. So I think after this soak will be good. Then I can go start removing the old substrate and getting things changed over. Alright guys, so at this point we have 2 buckets. One is full of wet sand, the other is empty. And here's my tank. What I'm going to do now is start removing rocks and gravel by hand. This is going to be a huge pain in the butt. I'm going to put all the old substrate into that bucket, the green one, and then once that's done, start putting the sand into the tank using a plate or bowl to lower it down into the water to make sure it settles as quickly as possible. Alright. I'm going to pause the camera to take care of this stuff. Alright guys, you can see I'm about a little less than halfway done. Just wanted to drop in for an update. Like I said, I'm just pushing everything into this corner here and then scooping it out by hand and dumping it into this bucket. The fish are kind of freaking out a little bit, as to be expected, but so far so good. Alright, back to work. Alright guys, look what I just found in the gravel. Poor little guy. That brings me to why I'm doing this substrate change. As you can see, this is a cory cat. Let me see if I can get focused. His eye has been eaten out, but his body is intact from his armored scales. But his poor little mouth, his barbels are just gone. And unfortunately, a lot of my cory cats have been dying over the past week or so. Even in the past couple days since I ordered this sand online, I've lost a couple. I don't know when this guy died, I just found him today, but I had 24 in there at one point, and I'm not sure exactly how many there are now. I'm going to count them after I finish doing this, but I think I'm down to like 17 or 18, and some of the schools got ruined by death, so I'm going to have to try to find some more cories soon to fill out some of these schools. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys that, and back to work. Alright guys, as you can see, I got the vast majority of the old substrate out and into the bucket. I took the driftwood out as well. The discus are completely freaked out and they're all hiding in the back, as is to be expected. So the next step is to make sure that this is still damp in here, and then I'm going to get a bowl and start lowering it in one bowl at a time, spreading it out on the bottom of the tank. So I'll do a couple of bowls and then I'll come back to show you guys my progress. I might even be able to do one on camera. I'll give it a try. If it comes out okay, I'll show you guys. Alright, back to work. Well, looks like my fears about not having enough sand were wrong. And it also looks like I did not rinse the sand enough. Sorry for the glare. This water is very milky. Gross. Can't even see the discus back there between the glare and the dirty water. So it looks like I'm in for probably several big water changes to get this water clear. So the moral of the story is, even when you rinse your sand to the point that you're soaked in sweat and tired and your sand looks clean, it's still not clean, and rinse it more. Alright guys, back to work. Time to do a bunch of water changes. Or one big water change. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys. Here's what we got going on. It's, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's still pretty cloudy actually. It looks okay on camera, but I'm going to need to do more water changes. Honestly, I think it looked better before, but this is going to be better for my fish, so this is what we're going with. Let's see if we can get a count on the cory cats. I'm just going to hold the camera still while I try to count them. I think I counted 10 bronzes just now, which means I lost 2 of those. I had 12. 6 these long finned ones and 6 normal ones. I only see 1 albino in there, and I had 6 albinos, so that means I lost 5. I only pulled 3 out of the tank, but I guess the others got eaten or whatever. One of my Julii died, it looks like, so I've only got 2 Julii left. And I only see 2 stir-bys, so I lost one of those too. So that means I lost 5 albinos, 2 bronzes, a Julii, and a stir-by. Heavy price to pay to learn a lesson. So I would say anyone who plans on keeping cory cats, I did research on them before I got them, and I did read about, you know, having some substrates causing problems with their barbels. I would just say pay very close attention to that and make sure you have a very fine, not sharp substrate, or you're going to be losing fish. Well, that's it for now, guys. It's already been a long video and I'm pretty tired. I'm going to go get some food. So thanks for watching, and we'll have more videos coming soon. Bye.